filter. Now this time we will start with the card part, like how the cards are getting designed in overview application. So in overview application for cards, so as this is an overview app, so you can gather the information from different data source. So it's not particular to the single data source. Like in ALP and in list report, mostly like we used to have like maximum one CDS service, right? So maximum one CDS service we use, and that CDS service will fulfill all the requirement. But in overview application for every card, you can have a independent audit independent CDS service. So for every card, you can have a CDS service, one CDS service. So like in this case, if we have like 4 or 5 cards, and every card is bringing a different information that we already know. So for every service, you can have a like every card we can have a OData service for that, a CDS service we can call it as. Okay, so that is one good option that we always have in overview application. So now what I will do, like as we already have the existing one, so now see that existing CDS which we have created, ZTR underscore C underscore OVP. So this is the CDS that we created. So this CDS, what it is doing, it is fulfilling the normal filter part. So based on that CDS, we have created the filters, right? But now for creating the analytical card, so for creating an analytical card, so we will create a new CDS file. And again, for that CDS, we will create a metadata annotation file. Okay, so that we will do now here. Okay, so let's do one thing. So, okay, so I will create a new CDS file now. Vaccination. So CDS that we created, so I'll keep it as it is. C underscore OVPA. Okay, so A means like I'm just giving it for analytical. After that, I can add it as analytical card for OVP. So next, define view and finish. Okay. Now here like we already have this. I'll keep it a name for the view as well. Sorry, for SQL view. And now the data source. So for data source, whatever the data source that we have used earlier, I'll use it as it is. So select from data source. And we'll add one more data source. Okay, so VBLN is there. And apart from that, like we'll do again the inner join. So this time I will bring the data from plant master table. So T1 dot like what is VP? Yeah, VP dot WER case. Ah, okay, sorry. Okay, so now this time we have made one more join for this plant master table, so that from that table we can get the plant description. And now this time like let's add a code ep.werks as plant, and then p1 dot name one as plant description. After that, what we will do like, So if you want, we can add one more. We can add one more field which will do the actual sum of VP dot net WR as total order value. Okay, so and this will add a group by. Okay, so we just use group by clause here, and let's see, let's activate this code. And let's see the output. Active version will be used when you create your. Yeah. So can you see for that plant? So like all the plants we have,
Yeah.
like, yes, it is unique. And for every plant we have plant description, and then we have used the sum which will calculate the total value for that respective plants. And we can see the total order value for every plant, each and every plant. So this information, like as a chart, we will highlight in that analytical card. So like the card will be designed in which we can just add one donut chart. Okay, and that donut chart, it will bring all the plants with the plant description and with the total order value in it. So now to
We could
create.
also, so we could have
Mhm.
also created the same chart on the same other CDS also, right? Z underscore OVP.
Z underscore OVP. Huh? Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't get your question.
So,
Amma?
like we created a new, new CDS for the
Mm-hmm.
analytical chart. We could have used
Mm-hmm.
the same CDS also.
Yeah, we can use that. Right. Yeah, you can use that. Yes. But now
Like
here,
the same
like,
dimension and measures that we,
yes, we can, like what I will do now. So as we created a separate CDS, so I'll create a metadata extension for this. And then most of the, like for ELP, the code that we have written for creating that chart. So we'll use the same code only, like
okay, okay, okay.
most of the code we can use from here. We'll
So either I
change
can
just. Hmm.
create a new and use it,
Yeah,
or I can
it's
use the
better like
existing.
yeah, it's better like if we can go with a new CDS or new CDS. Why? Because that CDS will only have that analytical card related
Analyticals.
details.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay, let me like, yeah, I'll just create, first of all, I'll add the basic stuff, metadata extension, and after that, data dot entity set name will add. So this is the entity set for that. And then we'll do like publish to. So now this one I will activate, and now I'll create a one more metadata extension. Here. Okay, so view name we can give it as ZTR, and then whatever the fields are there, we'll insert all that fields. Okay, layer we can select it as a partner. Okay. Okay, so now here what we will add, like first of all, we need that chart. So chart code we can copy from the ALP. Like from ALP, we already have a chart code. So I'll copy this. From here, we'll keep only a single chart. Now from here, like this piece of code, I will remove it. Okay, so donut chart code, I have kept it as it is. And now here, like a dimension, we will change. Like for the dimension, basically we'll add a plant description, and measures, you can keep it as total order value. Here also, like we have to change that. Okay, now after that, after adding a chart, so now in this annotation code, first of all, we'll add for plant, we will add sorry, with this plant we don't need. So here, like for plant description, we will add it as a user text, and user text dot label as plant. And after that, for total order value, we'll add a proper end user text again for that. Total order price. Okay, so plant and total order price we have added. And now to how we can represent this chart in that ALP card, like analytical card. So to display this chart as an analytical card, so first of all, we need to add one annotation. So that is @UI.kpi. So when you add a @UI, so inside that you can add it as a detail, and within this details you can pass default presentation variant. Like in normal ALP, to design the card, we need a presentation variant, right? So similarly, we can directly add that to that respective field, total order value in this. You can add it as default presentation variant qualifier, and that qualifier you can give it as a plant card.
This is at that UI.kpi. So
Yes,
what is it used for normally?
generally it's used for the KPI only. Like every card on the top, when you see it, there will be the KPI information displayed. So this will help you to bring that KPI information. At the same time, it will also help you to represent that chart within that card.
Because you use it differently when we created that AVP, right? Earlier.
Right. At that time, we have used it differently, and we kept all that code on the top only, right?
Right.
But that was the different annotation. Like for that, we have used first we added presentation variant, then we have added selection variant, and at the last we have added present like selection
See, in that
presentation variant
in
qualifier.
that also a weak selection variant, I commented the selection variant part, but it was still
Mm-hmm.
working. When we added the KPI card in AVP,
Mm-hmm.
I commented the selection variant part, but it was still working. I didn't notice any change.
Uh-huh. Okay, then selection variant, I don't know, like let's check that. So after commenting selection also, like you're saying it's still working. The chart
Yeah,
was still displaying.
yeah. The KPI card on top of AVP was getting displayed.
Mm-hmm. So for
And here,
selection variant, like the
is this different
hmm,
from so now here, like we in that case we added when we created the KPI card, we added the presentation variant qualifier, we added the chart,
mm-hmm.
and we added a data point, right?
Data point,
And
right,
then
right.
we added the in manifest.json, we added the KPI, all those KPI,
Hmm,
KPI
hmm,
models, key performance
right.
indicators. And now we are using this annotation here at the UI.kpi.
KPI directly. Yes. So here, like KPI tag is not there, but at least the information that is displayed, it will be in a form of KPI only. Like in KPI, like when we used to click on KPI card, we already know that card. Like when that
Right.
card is open on the top, there will be like total information, like total order value, and below that a chart will be displayed.
Right. Total order
So
value, that is the data point. That was the data point.
yes,
And
yes,
then we had the chart.
yeah. So that instead of adding a data point directly, it will consider from this total order value, because with respect to that only we are adding this KPI directly.
Okay, let's see that. Yeah.
Yeah. What is pending now here? Like we have added presentation variant, and we have provided the qualifier name, and we have added total order price and total order value. That's it. Okay. So now next thing is like, yeah, so far the code is ready now for us for this analytical card. So let me activate this code. Okay, so I guess it is activated now.
We added the chart details. Okay. Can you
Yeah,
show
we
me
added the chart details on the
chart
top.
details we added, which is visual date, right? And
Yes,
this is
this
the
one
normally because when we added that, we created a presentation variant like with qualifier, then assigned this visual date qualifier there, then
also,
added the UI
yes,
dot chart.
yeah. So
So
this
how is the
plan
plan?
card, yeah, this one
Yeah,
it should come from this chart, right?
where
Okay.
is the plant? Oh, okay. So you are saying the default present. Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
directly
That means
this
we didn't have to
property,
write it on top.
right? We don't have to write that presentation for that. You can directly
Okay.
specify with the help of this property. Okay, so
Okay.
now this
Okay.
plan card and when it's coming from the above chart.
So this is true for all the charts? I mean, can I do
Uh,
like in AVP?
mhm.
In AVP, we had a table area where we were displaying the charts, right?
Right,
And we
right,
had the visual filters also, right?
right,
Now, in all the either it is visual filter or the main area, I was using we were first using the presentation variant qualifier, and then we were using the UI dot chart.
right, right.
So here it can be direct as well rather than
Yeah,
doing
it
that.
it it can be direct, but this property, I guess it's only for this at the rate UI.kpi. So in KPI directly you can specify that. But I'm not sure like you can give a try once for that
How
as
to
well,
see
like
what it,
whether it works
let's
or not.
see. Yeah, well, let's see
But
how what this does. Will
yeah,
this by using this at the rate UI.kpi, will this show a chart to me, or it will also show some, KPI value also like
yes, it will show KPI value within that chart with the chart. Sorry, within that card it will display the KPI value and at the same time it will display the chart within the same card. So that two information it will display.
oh, okay.
Okay, so like yeah, we can see that now. I'll just activate this both the series. Yeah, this yeah we need to activate. We'll register this service. 1 second. We can register that service now.
Because I'm just trying to correlate. Last time when we created that KPI card, we used data point and the chart in the
Right,
qualifier.
right.
Here we didn't use the data point also and neither the presentation variant. We just use at the rate UI.kpi.
Yeah. And then instead of that, like instead of adding presentation variant on top, so the property which is already available for KPI, that is default presentation
But
variant.
just in case if I had to do like okay, I add the presentation variant above only,
Mhm.
but I just need how to just add the KPI value, the top value. So chart is fine. I know chart I can add it by using the
Mhm.
defining the presentation variant and then the UI dot chart.
Right.
But what about just the KPI value for which we use the data point
KPI value for which we have used data point, right?
in AVP?
In AVP, like OVP or AVP?
AVP. Okay, let's
In,
see this. I think maybe
hmm.
I'll ask when this displays.
Okay. So once after registering that service, like we have registered that service here. So after that, so now we have to create a analytical card here. So to create an analytical card, which you can also call it as a new card only for this app, OVP. So right click here on this project, go to new, and there will be one card option. Okay. So select that card option here. So once you select, you can see like in OVP application, we can create a various types of card
Like
like
this,
list
Avi, like
card.
this value I was saying. If you see it here, we are
Mhm.
creating analytical card, right?
Right,
So this is the chart that this is almost similar to, I'll say, AVP only, right?
right, right.
So
But
for
only
chart,
difference is
for,
that
mhm.
the KPI value. on the
Yes, yes.
top.
For chart, I can add chart. I am very clear that we can use, even we
Mhm.
can use that presentation variant, define it above, and then UI dot chart.
Hmm, hmm.
How about this KPI value? So can I,
You
how can I
can,
def
what you can do, like you can check for that KPI, whether that KPI directly you can add or not within that OV, like AVP. But the problem is like for KPI, because this KPI value itself, it is a tag in OVP, AVP, sorry, because AVP in within a AVP, we need a KPI tags, right?
Yes,
And
that we
when
did
you,
above, that we
right,
created in the top bar.
right. So if we click on that, then only this chart also
Yes,
that whatever that pop-up will be opened within
right.
that.
And
And
if I
within that
define,
also,
the-
mhm,
if I and so what we did was we defined the presentation variant, we defined the chart, and we also defined a data point, right?
right,
And
right.
we created a field as data point. So when we ran the AVP, we were first seeing the data point, that is the value. When we clicked on it, we were able to see this view.
Yes,
Now,
exactly right.
the only question is that since you use at the UI.kpi, that will do everything now.
Yeah, you can give a try once.
Okay,
I also never tried that, but you can give a try once for that.
okay.
Okay, so I'll just select this card now, and yeah,
Click this
we
select to add the
yes.
KPI header
So
on this card.
and after that we will select to add a KPI header for this card. So we will select this
Okay,
option, and after that we'll click next. Now
okay.
here I'll select a new data source because for every card we basically have
Correct.
a new
Yeah.
data source only.
Right.
So
Right.
you can give any name to here, like uh, sorry, um, detail set. You can give a data source name and just click next. You can give any name. That's not a problem here. Just click next. After that, yes, we will select that destination and I'll just paste that CDS. Okay, so this is the CDS. Select that, just click next. Now we have to select that CDS, click next. Okay, now here entity set, we already have analytical detail set. You can provide a title as sorry, plant-based sales. Subtitle, you can give it as mm, detailed info. And after that, you can keep this as it is. Here we don't need to provide
So now
anything.
these came on its own. These
Yes. And after that, last, we need to provide a card properties. So in card properties, like it just any name you can give, any value you can give. That's not a problem. It's just like it is required.
okay.
That's it. So I'll just click next. So now here, row span is there, column span is there. Row span means the number of rows that you need that in which the card can be displayed and the number of columns. Okay, so basically in rows, I can give it as a 5 rows and the column that it will take like 2 columns. And if there is explicit option like whether you want to provide an option to the user for resizing. Like if you don't want that the card should be resized, then you can just select this option, disable resizing. Okay, so I'm not going to select anything. I'll just click next and then finish. That's it. So after making that, so when we scroll down, you can see one card detail here, right? So this piece of code, it has been created now.
Okay. So
And
it
now,
added a chart annotation path, it added the
mhm,
data point and it navigation data point nav.
yeah.
What are these? Because you added some dummy value in value selection, this navigation.
So this one, right? Data point
Yeah,
nav.
yeah.
So this navigation, we didn't added anything. Like we can keep it and whatever the default, it is a default value, a standard value, because this value we didn't added anything, right?
Okay.
But why this is navigation means like every card is clickable in OVP. And if you want to navigate, if you want to take a user to any new application by clicking on that card, then you can specify the details within that navigation.
Um, like
like basically like cross app navigation.
Okay.
Okay, so can you see these details?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can at least we can see the this one, right?
The chart. But
Yeah,
then
chart
value
is
is not showing, right?
yeah, value is not showing here.